Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of KaneSaid. And I'm your host, Kane Bradfield, man. And y'all know my slogan, man. The fame is free, but the grind costs. I got a special guest in the house today, baby. It's my dog. He dungeon certified. I can go on and on. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing great, man.
Man, let the people know who you are, man.
Well, I'm Demetrius Jones, a.k.a. Mr. Dedicatedgrind.
Yes, sir.
A.k.a. Mr. Grind Jones, whatever you want to call me. I'm him.
You're that, Mr. Grind Jones. So listen, big dog, man. Man. First of all, man, I salute your grind. You know, I definitely salute your grind, man. And today, man, I just want you to be able to just, man, let the people know about Dedicated Grind, because you've been knocking the socks off with your brand. You know what I'm saying? So, man, just break it down. Give it a story, baby.
Man, so Dedicated Grind, I started it in 2017.
Okay.
Just really off the strength of what I do, like Dedicated Grind, off the strength of work.
Yeah.
And like I tell a lot of people, like in 2014, I lost everything. I was really broke. Like
Really?
down to $0. So
I mean, what caused that though? It just
like, you know, just
life.
the mistakes in life. Like
Yeah.
you go through it. And so like I had to grind in order to pay the rent,
Yeah.
pay the bills. I had to work job, cut grass, move bricks, do a little construction here with my granddaddy. And like I was doing a lot of jobs, and you gotta be dedicated in order to bring home that bread to your family. So
yes.
like Dedicated Grind, I'm like, that's what I'm doing. And then
Right.
like I got the word at 18, I got dedication tattooed underneath my arm. So like my whole family, like my granddaddy worked 3-4 jobs, my daddy do 3-4 jobs, my daddy DJ, truck driver, my granddaddy a pastor, he an entrepreneur, he a business owner, he a self-motivator. So like you gotta be self-motivated like the Dedicated Grind. And then once I started it in 2017, like I put the words on the shirt, it just really mean 100% to what you're passionate about.
Right.
Like, 'cause you can't give 95, you can't give 99, you gotta give 100.
Like you gotta go at it.
You gotta go. Like, 'cause the only way you go get something out of it is if you put something in. That's what I like to tell every single body when I just describe it. It's just that simple. Like everybody got to grind.
Yeah.
But everybody ain't dedicated to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, big dog, let me ask this, man. You know what I'm saying? When you first came out with the brand, man, man, did people welcome you with open arms, or did you have to knock down doors first?
Like it really was just a blessing in the sky. Like I give God all the credit, because the first day I wore a shirt, I was working in Auburn at Verizon, and I had a Indian guy that I worked with, and he was like, "Man, I love that shirt. I want that shirt." And I'm thinking like, man, I just created this at the house.
Right.
I was just, because I really was just making them just for me to wear with the shoes. I got tired of buying clothes, so I'm like, I'm gonna make my own shirt.
Yeah.
And then so I went to the mall in Auburn. Couple more
Hey, that bad boy nice though. I ain't gonna front though. But go ahead though.
Yeah, and then a couple people asked me in the mall. They were like, "I like your shirt." I'm like, "Hold on, maybe I might got some here." So me just being a business graduate, so I went on ahead and looked into what I needed to do. Got my trademark, got my LLC, and then the rest was history. So I'm like, let me start selling, and then it just really been a blessing. Like the support I done got from LaGrange and all over. Like
it's been big for you.
Yeah, it been humongous. Like
Okay. So you said you know got your business degree, you said?
Yeah.
So what school you went to, big
All
dog?
Business State.
All Business State.
The All Business State.
HBCU.
The unsinkable.
Well, let me say something now. You know, me, man, I'm Savannah State. I think Savannah State got one up on y'all. I mean, it's how I feel, because it's my school.
Like, yeah, you could think that, but like they tried to drown us a couple times. Like the flood tried to drown us, and we still here. So
still
like,
there.
Unsinkable. Like, like we done been through it all down there.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna front, man. I ain't gonna front though, man. But man, I do remember going to Albany now. Y'all be super trained Albany.
Oh, yeah.
Like Albany where it's at. So
it's a party school.
Yeah, it is,
you
man.
You go have fun, you go to Albany.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. Most definitely, man. So, okay, big dog. So you know what I mean? So, okay, so you started finding that niche of you. You know what I'm saying? Starting with your brand. Start with your brand. Now, man, do you have a team, man? Or you say, yo, you starting out, man, I'm gonna figure this out on my own, or like, you know, were there people you watching on social media, or like, you know, how you get that?
I started out on my own, like everything was on my own, but the support system, like my wife, like my cousins and everybody, like just them putting it on, and then them just taking it to, like, I don't even have to go to necessarily the hood.
Yeah.
But the hood people gonna see it. Just cause my cousin go put it on, and then he go call me like, I got 6 people that want a shirt.
Man.
And my wife go put it on, I got some people at the school that want a shirt. So it like I tell them, I call them walking billboard.
That's it.
Like they move, they walking advertisement for me every single day. So like I started, I do a lot of the work by myself, but I'm really nothing without the rest of the people. Then give a big shout out to my business partner, Mike Fanning, too.
Okay, shout out to Mike, baby.
Yes,
shout out to Mike.
We connected just about a year ago.
Okay.
Like
It been going good for you.
It's easy to work with Mike.
I got
like,
you.
You know.
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah.
Mike, like Mike, he bring a lot of intelligence and a whole nother side of thinking to a lot of the stuff that I do. So.
Yo, so okay, look, I'm gonna pause you there, man. You know, one thing that people, man, I'm telling you, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, man, a lot of business owners. You know, there are a lot of people who are for having business partners. There are some people who are against having business partners. What was your deciding factor of having a business partner or having somebody, you know what I'm saying, just grind with you with that?
So, like I said, like I started off a long time without myself. Like, they're really just new to me in the whole business. But, like, sometimes you can get caught up in the way of your thinking.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So you think you got it going on. You think you're doing this. You think if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
But then you get another way of thinking, like how to touch different market. Like, Mike done been to Dubai.
Right.
He done been here. He done been there. He done been up in the D.C. He know different cultures. So to kind of bring what the culture will win over there, like what they like over here. I got people that in the way they react to it when I send some gear over there, like it's a whole different way of thinking that you think like I'm so naive to.
All right, now I got that. Yeah, I feel that.
So he really just opened my eyes, and so like it ain't no big thing. And like I like to tell a lot of people don't know, I'm born in business. My granddaddy owned a bookstore for 35 years in the hood Bell line. So like I've been taught how to sell. So I can sell with my eyes closed. Like I tell a lot of people. So
sell water to a well.
So that's the easy part for me. I'm a people person, so being able to interact with people and have fun, that's just the easy part.
Something you do.
Like sometimes you need that intellect, you need that way of thinking. Like I'm a business man, so of course I'm gonna have that vision about myself. But sometimes you need those. You sit down, let me drop these designs on you. That pick them apart. Like, nah, this ain't gonna fly. This ain't gonna go. This gonna sell. This ain't gonna sell. Sometimes you need that extra eye, like to come in and just solidify everything that you're doing. Right.
So let me ask you this, man. You know, a lot of people have also like, man, maybe some celebrity brands, if I may use that. You know what I'm saying? Who they watch, and you know what I mean, who they, you know what I'm saying, take some pieces from. You know what I mean? Now, do you find yourself doing that, or do you be like, yo, it just I'm staying in my lane type deal?
It ain't necessarily celebrity brands. I actually like brands around me, like the Mind Clothing, Piff, like Trap Star, like all the little local brands. Like I like to, like we help each other. Like we call on each other. Like pick up the phone. You wouldn't even think folk be like they create their competition. Like you got to be better than your brother. Yeah. But no, I don't create that, brother. But then I just watch the business people, like the Diddy's, the Rick Ross.
That's why I'm hitting it right there.
Yeah, so like I ain't really just watching brands.
Right.
And then it's a couple brands that they ain't even really celebrity brand, but they just, these people making millions of dollars, like in Atlanta, like Tulane Ness, like these boys.
Spurgo.
Like they making money off of this. Like Love the Hustle, like a little guy from Pine Mountain. Like these boys making money off of this brand. And so like I watch the P. Diddy's and the Rick Rosses and the Jay-Z. Like how do you become financial just off of not just working hard but working smart? That's the thing about it. Like, how can Dedicated Grind to me is more than just, like I tell everybody, it's more than just a clothing brand. It's a way of life.
It's a way of life.
Like cause in life you got to be dedicated. Like it ain't necessarily got to just be. And when people put that on, folk like to say, man, I didn't work hard, so I put this shirt on. Like I'm finna let these people know.
Yeah,
like, I work hard and I look good too. Doing this.
Yeah. So, I like that, man. I like that. So big dog, let me ask this, man. So you know, when you come to and it's a weird part here, man. It's a hard part. I know there's a lot of trial and error in this, man. You know what I'm saying? Vendors. Now, don't give your vendor plug. Now, hide the vendor plug. But man, how was your vendor searching experience?
Ooh, it been. Whew, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like, and then like me, I'm transparent. I don't hide nothing. Like you can ask anybody. You can go to any brand in LaGrange and ask them, "Had Dedicated Grind help you?" I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you the vendor. Like,
okay.
Cause like a guy told me, like I can give you this, but if you don't have that work ethic,
it don't matter.
Yeah, like I can give you a car, but you ain't got no gas. You ain't going nowhere. Like, so like the vendor cert will really trial and error. I had a guy like my brother, like Cornelius. Like I went to Albany State with him, business graduate. We graduated. We grind together in the education sense. Like he had some trial and error. So just by his trial and error, he helped me to avoid the mistakes of going over like Alibaba and doing all of that stuff. Like he let me cut it down and like really just doing the research. Like I'm a researcher. Like I think things from A to Z. Like before I do anything, like I'm a researcher. So I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna Google, I'm gonna do this, try to figure out the material, try to figure out the sizing, and I'm a researcher before I actually have to do it.
But that's the hard part. I'm like, for me, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times,
impulse buys.
Man, my wife be like, yo, baby, chill. A lot of times I be like, you know, I make a decision, it'll bite me, but I know that I make it no more. So, you know what I mean? So being able to just sit down and break that thing down, boy, that's a super blessing that you got, man, because that's tough. Everybody can't do that.
Yeah, everybody
can't do that.
The thing that I think, I'll be like, this easy. What you mean? And then when I get people, they be like, man, they're hard. I'm like, to me, it just comes so natural because I'm a researcher. Like, I'm going to do my homework. It's just the way I would do education. Like, I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to do my research so I can know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, it's right there. They gave us the blueprint. We just got to go and search for it. Some people don't want to do that extra work that it take to get in. So that's why I say, like, when you're a business owner and you got it going and you know where to get your stuff from and do everything, like, from A to Z, like, the sky the limit for you. Like, can't nobody tell you, like, that's how I always want to do. I want to start at the ground.
Yeah.
Like, man, I started selling out of my trunk. Like, I still work out of my house. I ain't got no actual storefront.
Yeah.
Like, so I started from doing this. So when I do become the multi-million-dollar company and be the one high up, they can't never say, oh, you ain't never did this before. No, I done did it from A to Z. Like, I done been in your position. So, I want to help you be better than me. Like, it ain't no, like, with dedicated grinding, if I ever do be that multi-million-dollar company, God willing, like, it gonna be the biggest thing that I try to do is to help everybody be bigger than what I am. Like, this ain't gonna be there gonna be something where you can come and be creative. Like, cause it, like, everybody grind creative. It's a creative process.
Right. Everybody grind different too.
Yeah, everybody grind. You know it. You got a gym. Yeah. Everybody don't push weight the same.
Right.
Everybody don't lift weight the same.
Yeah.
So everybody don't breathe the same. So it's just a different grind. Like, when you're doing it. So, but you just got to find your niche. Like you said, you just got to find that place where.
So I'm at some big dog, man. Yeah, I mean, have you ever, like, you know, help somebody on their journey, and you recognize that they didn't have that grind in them, and you just, you know what I mean? Did you ever recognize that in somebody?
Yeah, it's a lot of people like that I come in contact with. They just want to say that they own it. They don't want to do the work. They just I got a brand. They ain't really putting in their work. But they asking the question like you want to be a boss, like you want to be that, but you really ain't showing your actions say otherwise. Yeah. And like that's the thing that, like, I can't continue to give. Like, when you come to me for knowledge, you got to think. A lot of people, like me and my homie of mine, Brandon Todd, we talk. Shoot, I used to go to every Wednesday and we having these talks, and people don't realize when they come in and stop you from doing what you're doing, they utilizing your time. Mm-hmm. So when you taking my time and not executing it, like, I'm giving you everything. I'm being as transparent as possible. I ain't hiding nothing, sugarcoating nothing, trying to be better than you.
Right.
Like, I'm giving you everything. And when you take the knowledge and don't, like, you fumble the ball with it, like, just like a coach, man.
Yeah.
You set these plays up, you practice, and then they go out there and fumble the ball, and then it just
like,
like, what they doing? Like, with it. Like, I just gave you everything. Right. I done seen a lot of people do that, and then they just say, and it was too much for them. And just soon as they get on the Alibaba app with the vendors, and then, like, see, because it's a different thing. Like, in China, they 12 hours ahead. So you got to talk to them at 2, 3 at night here. Like, so you got it 2, 3 in the morning, is 2, 3 in the daytime over there. So it's a different beast. And people like, I ain't staying up to 2, 3 in the morning to talk to nobody in China. So I'm like, okay, that's the difference between me and you. Like me and Brandon said yesterday, we cut different. Like,
right.
We stay up, shoot, 24 hours.
It's
like,
whatever.
talking, like, you got to do what you got to do in order to see your business successful. And like I tell a lot of people, you got to think, like, if you want to be with Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, what different between you and them? They got the same 24 hours.
You got to eat.
The same 24 hours. They ain't got 36 hours in their day.
Yeah.
It's just they choose to grind more than they sleep. So,
right.
Like, you got to get it.
I love that, man. So, man, let's talk about your lows, man. That help define you as a person. You know what I mean? What kind of lows have you had in your company? Whether it was starting out,
putting all your eggs in one basket. Like, I ain't gonna necessarily say I was dreaming too big, because, like, the bigger the dream, the harder the grind. Like, I was putting all the eggs, not knowing all the information. Like, just being, I know this, I know it all type. Then stuff went selling. I didn't put all, like, my whole check into it.
Right.
And now I got to go back and try to be creative in the way that I'm going to do this, and I'm going to sell this, and now I got to drop my half off to make sure I'm getting them out of here. So, like, to just make back, to get your money back, and be like, you got to go back to the thumb. So just thinking that you know everything. And sometimes you'll get caught up in business and being like, thinking that you got it and don't want to reach out to the next person. And once I just seen how some of the people react, some people didn't respond, Some people did respond, and then the people that did respond, I'm grateful for them because they helped me tremendously, and they wouldn't even never know unless. But I'm always tell them like, thank you. I ain't gonna never be that person that receive or get information from you and not give you your due diligence.
Yeah,
give you your respect.
So okay, so that being said, man, you do got a lot of mentors that you sit. Cause I know you said you and some Brandon chat.
Yeah, and see, it ain't even really mentor. We inspire each other. Like that's what we should do. Like just like if you grew up in a house with your brother, like you go grind and you go get it with your brother. You never want to see your brother go through nothing bad.
Right.
So that's just like how it is with me and Brandon. Like and anybody that come, I have people like I'm really becoming like people like you really like the blessing in the sky for like the clothing, like the pipeline.
Yeah.
That really how I'm becoming in LaGrange. Like it ain't nothing to toot.
I know I ain't gonna front though, man. So when I think about clothing brand, you the first brand I think about. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who I'm seeing coming up with like salute them, man. But I honestly feel like that you have led, you know what I'm saying, this clothing brand charge, man. So but that being said, man, do you think that it's getting saturated?
No,
I'm in this area.
It's like you can't say it because there's so much money flowing out here these days. Like with all of these loans and all of this stuff, it's so much money out here. You really can't say it being saturated because at the end of the day, like the cream of the crop goes stay at the top. Like I like to say, that's a little saying: the cream of the crop goes stay at the top. Like that's just like saying Michael Jordan is too many NBA players in the league. Like no, I'm just gonna work harder. Yeah. And my work gonna speak for itself.
Right.
If you can't work, like you ain't gonna make it. Like, and the thing I like to tell a lot of people, like, you ain't gonna outwork me.
Yeah.
You can't.
Bottom line.
You can't outwork me. Like, a lot of the stuff that you won't do, I will do. Like, I remember I did a pop-up shop, my first one, I did it with Bridget. Okay. Bridget Tatum. I did it. I sat there and I pressed up 450 shirts by hand. And just to make me have inventory to make sure I got enough that I don't be out here, like, without enough. Like, and I sat there day and night, working 8 hours. Like, don't forget that I got a full-time job. I get out of work, and I stay up 2, 3 in the morning. So, like, putting that grind in, like I like to tell a lot of people, like, why would I give my job, another company, 8 hours and not give myself 8 hours?
Right.
Like, what sense do that make? Like, you ain't going to be successful if you come home and just say, I'm going to get it 2 hours. No, but you just gave your job, or even some of these folks working 12 hours. Like, if you don't give yourself that accurate time to put in, like you making somebody else rich.
Right.
Like, in their time of supporting, like, businesses and everything like that, like, it's, like, you got to go work it. Like, you got to give the people something nice and some great quality. You can't just give them anything because they go call you out on it right now. In their time of social media and, like, they will hang you.
Right.
They'll get
okay, so let's talk about, your social media presence, man. How much do you rely on social media?
Social media heavy. Like, you can't even be, like, everybody look at social media. It's the best way to promote. Yeah. It's the best way to grow, the best way to learn. Like, it's a walking textbook, like, really, like, because it's a lot of information. You could just go on and tap on clothing brand and millions will pop up. And just depending on the content that you're looking for and searching for and finding it. And, like, my social media presence, I like to keep everything inspirational. Like, I'm trying to inspire the next person that they can do what I'm doing and be better than me. Like, there's a lot of people out there. Like, there's a lot of young boys, like, in Lynette. Like, let me shout them out, too. Like played it for keeps, D. Lancaster, Stay True, Jerronde Truitt. Like, and then Kaylin down, like, with Millionaire Mindset. Like, these boys, they tap in, and I see them grinding. They starting out like how I started off, like, weeding and printing up in the house. And so, like, just to be that, like, really like that big brother factor, like you said, like, and I'm becoming that pipeline, and then I don't want to give nobody no bad information. So I give them 100% of the knowledge that I can obtain. Right. I give it to them. But like I tell them, you can't cheat the process. You can't shortcut it. So
like,
ain't no way you can cheat that. So I try to bring that same energy to my social media. Like, it don't be nothing. I ain't gonna put nothing bad. I ain't gonna put nothing like inspirational quotes, inspirational sayings, like everything that I want to do to try to inspire you. Like, cause that's what my brand do. It inspire people, like, to keep, even when you think you're about to give up, like, I'm down, I just gave 80%. Yeah. No, I'm gonna let me kick it back up, man. Let me go ahead and get it 100. Right. You feel you'll have that regret. Like, even in life, if you gave 80%, knowing that you got another 20 to give and you don't, and you lose, you're gonna be like, man, I had 20 more to give.
It will eat you up.
Yeah, it will eat you a lot. But if you get 100, you can live with 100 because you be like, I gave it everything I got, and this right here just didn't work out, and you might have to turn and take another turn, or you might have to slow down and rethink the process again. So
yeah. So, okay, all right, but with your gear, man, what's your You know what I'm saying? What do you like to see people in personally in your whole clothing brand?
Everything, because I put it on everything. Like I got socks, I got shirts, I got biker shorts, I got everything. Baby clothes, onesies. So like I got it on.
So you like to see that thing on like on whatever,
like on whatever. Like it ain't nothing. Just I want to. That's why I said like I want to be like more than just a clothing brand. It's a way of life. So like if I ever get outside of the job and like start coaching, dedicated grind sports, dedicated grind academy, dedicated grind like everything. Like it's gonna be bigger than just the way of life. Like even my daddy drive 18-wheeler. We talk about if I get enough money to buy a truck, dedicated grind transportation. Like it gonna be a pipeline for setting up because I ain't just no one-dimensional person. Like when it comes to that part. So like a lot of people don't know that too. Like then like my grandfather then opened that gate for me to have other things like event center that we got in Belline. Like we do weddings and stuff like that. So it's just more than just putting all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm about to say though, I mean that's it's a true spirit of an entrepreneur. You know, an entrepreneur doesn't have just one. And it's how I feel. A business owner has one lane. An entrepreneur has many lanes. You know what I mean?
You can learn that just by watching the Rick Rosses, the Diddy's, and the Jay-Z. Like these people making millions of dollars off of different, not even off of their main what they started with. Like they started rapping and stuff. With Rick Ross and like Wingstop, Jay-Z, he earned liquor, like he making $300 million off alcohol, off champagne. Really, it ain't really alcohol, but champagne.
And then what's that? Tittle? Is it Tittle or Title? Something that Jay-Z sold. I forgot the name of that. Is it Title?
Yeah, Title.
Yeah, he sold it for like what 300 mil too, something like that, right?
And Dr. Dre and Beats.
That's what I'm saying.
Like these people like different just headphones. Who would think headphones will make you $1 billion?
Right.
Like right now and like I tell people, if they print the money, you can go make it. They print money every day in DC or wherever they printed it in Washington. And you should want to go get it. Like, it's enough out here for everybody. You can't be greedy with it.
Right. So okay. Let's tap more into that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're really trying to build that, you know what I'm saying, that empire, man. To build that empire. Okay, so let's talk about the support of your wife, man, supporting you through this whole process.
Like they've been a tough because she a real touchy-feely person. So like when I'm not there in that bed, like she grow worried, like she can't sleep the right way. So and I'm upstairs grinding, printing shirt, thinking, and people got to think when entrepreneur, they think about the customer before they think about their own family sometimes. So you got to think like you in the gym grinding, you trying to get somebody else's health and well-being together. And then like your wife might be sleepless at night because you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So the support from her been unreal. Like, and then too, the bigger thing too, like we both men and women of God. So like without God in between, like being that communication, like we wouldn't be able to be who we are. So, like she's just been the #1 support. Like shoot, even if I need some help, like weeding something, if it getting too hot in the kitchen, I'm gonna be like, can you come help me cool it down? And she'll come in and get in there and she'll get grind with me sometimes.
Really?
So,
that's what's
like,
up.
I don't try to put too much pressure on her because she's a school teacher and she got to get up extra.
She got to do her thing,
So like, but whenever she just feel like she got an extra again, come help me knock something out, she will. So like, I wouldn't be who I am without her, like, and then like her having to making me available to be to the other people. Like, we have people pulling up at all times at the house. So
really,
like, let me get a shirt. It'd be
dang, y'all moving shirts like that.
like the old
they gonna think y'all the plug, man.
Like J. Cole said, the neighbor think I'm selling dope.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, they think y'all plugging out there.
It really do. The traps stay open like all the time. Like so, and like I tell her, like shoot, every dollar counting. If I'm up, then the store up. So like if I'm open, like if I stay up, the store open. Like as long as I can get it, like I go drive it, deliver it, like put it in the mail. Like I'm that person. Like UPS closed on, the post office closed on Sunday. I'm gonna go deliver this and put it in the mail by myself. That extra stuff.
And so let me ask this, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, are you scratching off things that as you accomplish them, man, or are you just, you know what I'm saying, going by the feel for what you're doing with your brand?
Like I said, like I plan everything. Like I got a book, I got a notebook that I write in every single day. And like I write the goals and I like write my day. I check them off. I've been doing that since probably about 2015. Like just getting them goals and writing them down so I can see them. Once you see them, it go give you the extra motivation. Like when you walk out of your house, like to be like, let me go knock this out. So I write everything down and check it off and cross it out. Like I couldn't operate without just on the wing of it. Cause like you said, you can get caught up And then if you ain't go back and look at their plan, and you ain't got it wrote down, you never forgot what you really doing it for.
Yeah.
And got sidetracked.
Yeah.
So that kind of give me, like, at the end of the day, I come back and look at me like, all right, how far were you away from this, and what they gonna take to obtain this? So like, I try to come back and reset that mindset and reset that grind, and give me that drive to say self-motivated, because I know, like, you wrote this, and if you write it, and you can achieve it. So
achieve
like,
that thing.
like, you got to just say this every day, like, hey,
Right.
I'm gonna go do this, and then like the rest history. And like I said, like, and then too, like, I pray every single day for my business. And it's crazy because I met some people that say that they don't. They be like, you pray for your business? And I'm like, why wouldn't you pray for yourself, right?
Right.
Like, how you think you go obtain all this stuff? Because all this stuff is just here.
You got to pray on that thing, man.
It ain't really out, so you got to pray on it. So that's a real big one in the business of mine. Like, so like, I really do it. I couldn't do nothing without God. Like, first, like, that's the first thing that I have to do. And anything that I entertain, like, to this day, selling well over 10,000 shirts and everything, like, it's been a lot. But I owe it all to him. Like,
that's it.
Because I ain't even expect to be like this. Like I said, I was making them just to match shoes.
Yeah.
And now look at me, like.
Yeah. Like, now you out there killing them dead.
Killing it dead, like.
That's big, though, man.
Like,
that's
really
big, though. Yeah. So, okay, man. So, listen, let's talk about, earlier, man, and I want to go back to it. You know what I mean? We were talking about, having business partners and all that type stuff. It just mere conversation. Man, a lot of time, like even in my company, man, a lot of people come to me, trying to be my business partner, trying to be this, trying to be that. And you tell me if you agree with me on this. So when choosing a business partner or choosing an investor, or whatever the case it might be, you know what I'm saying? Okay, they got to be like-minded, but they can't be like you. So what I mean by that, you tell me if you agree, right? So, okay, me, man, I know my strength, right? And so whoever I bring on can't have the same strength in me. They got to have something else. Because that we're going to take that, like you said earlier, give that extra eye or the extra grind. You agree with that, big dog?
I agree with that. Like, you can't, just like you will never see a superhero. It won't be two Supermans out there.
Right.
Like, both of them got to be a Superman and a Batman and the Robin.
Yeah.
Like, it got to be there. Like, your weakness, it got to be their strength. Because, like, they got to be able to pick up that like that. So when it's a lot of people that never reached out and wanted to do it.
Yeah,
but,
man.
Like, a lot of people just want to put their money in, but they don't want to work. So you go increase my workload, and you just go come and just collect the check. I'm like, that ain't gonna get it. I need somebody to go get in the mud and go roll up the sleeves and put the hard hat on with me and go grind out together. Like, I can't have, like, you go increase it on me.
Right.
And like I said, like, I work 8 hours. So you go increase my workload, but you ain't go come help me work.
Yep.
And like, that's the thing about it. Like, you ain't, like, if you ain't trying to get it in that like mindset, like, and that's why I Mike ready. Like, he don't even need no motivation. He just be like, he'll call me and it'll be middle of the night. He just got an idea. We should do this. We should do that. Yeah. Like, he more motivated sometimes than, like, I find myself.
It's just that, like you said, man, that different. Yeah, and he fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Fresh.
And that's what they're doing. They're refreshing you and also, like you said, opening your eyes up to something different. Like, that's what they should be bringing. Like you said, if you were just like-minded, then he might be asleep at the same time. Right. When I say shut it, really like a yes man. Like, you don't want no yes man. No. Like, you want somebody that's gonna check you.
Check you.
That's what I do with all my homeboys. Like, if it don't sit well with me, I'm gonna tell you, like, no,
they ain't right.
They ain't right. Like, what would I be to just let you go and hang yourself?
Yeah.
Like, just you get all on another, yeah, man, that right there, right. Yeah, man, that right there good. Yeah, man, that good. And it really, I know in the back of my head, this ain't good.
This ain't good.
But
and then they gonna hang.
It ain't your real homeboy like that. If they won't look out and tell you, like, they're just like your parents. If they wouldn't tell you right from wrong, if they would just go tell you and boost you up all day, and you go somewhere, you go get let down. That let down go hurt.
Yep. That's a true story, man. That's a true story, man. So big dog, let me ask you this, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, where you headed now. You know what I'm saying? Where you headed now, you know, as for your continued development, man. Let's talk about that.
2021 is sky the limit. Like, I got a lot scheduled, a lot planned. So, like, it's really sky the limit. Like, I'm trying to do everything, like, far as just clothing-wise, just open the realm up, like, letting people really just see. Like, I've been in it, 5 years now. So, and people just, like, and people always expect, like, what you got next. They already ready for it. So, I just got to go and capitalize on it and just give the people what they want. And really myself, like I can't really just say the people, because a lot of this stuff I be like, and I'm gonna give it to the people. So I got to check it off and listen. So the way that I'm headed, like I'm trying to head toward I'm trying to be
trying to go to the moon with that thing, right?
Six figures. That's a goal of mine. Like being 6 figure. Then of course we'll work on 7 figure when we get to know number, but we can't jump and get too above ourselves because, like I said, I gotta. It's some peas in the pot. Then too, I want to be, and the main thing that I wanted to be a job like this. Go be the income, the main source of income. So at a point, I'm gonna have to let that grind go of like the job that I work at for 8 hours.
Right.
I'm gonna have to let it go, and I pray every single day that God make it that way. And then, but I gotta be ready to get that blessing that I pray for. Cause if I ain't ready, I'm gonna drown myself.
Yeah.
Like,
yo, so let me tell you this, man. Man, I can remember. I can remember, man, when I, you know what I'm saying, quit my job to become a, you know what I'm saying, full-time gym owner and all the stuff I do. It's so funny, man. My wife, she was super nervous. You know what I mean? I wasn't nervous because I knew I was betting on myself. You feel me? And I knew at the end of the day what Kane gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I'm saying it to say, you know, at any time, man, that you had to prove your grind to your wife. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, I'm trying to mean by this now. Cause again, you know, so when I left my job, I was leaving a steady income, right? You know every week, every 2 weeks what you're gonna make, right? Now from entrepreneurship, you create your income. Yeah. But again, I knew what I was gonna do. It was only right for her to be nervous. But you know what I mean? But when she saw it, she's like, okay, yeah, that's Kane right there.
See, like I said, like 2014, the time when I was broke, my wife seen me at that. And at no point, like, to the day, like, she could tell you and attest to this, like, I never had to get no help with bringing the money home for the rent, for the light bill. Like, I brought it home somehow, somewhere to make it happen. So she already knowing that, she ain't even got to worry. Like, he gonna make $1. Yeah. Like, he gonna be able to do it. And, like, as long as I'm doing it in the right way, like, she with it. Like, so, like, 2014, she saw me. Like, I was, when I say broke, I mean $0.
Dang, bro.
Like, to live. So she saw me through that and she held me down through that. So like she already know. Like, I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Like it ain't even no. So she don't
ain't no question behind it.
Yeah, she just gotta make. She always just gotta. You know, they go double check you, triple check you. Are you sure? Yeah. Are you ready? And they want to hear the old plans and they want to hear it. And they can hear that tone in your voice. Like if you talking to you. And you about it in the way that you believe in it, and you just talking like, man, I'm gonna quit my dog because it sounds like it might be something at work. You ain't really all there when you thinking about it. You need to think about what you finna get into because ain't no more just like this. This ain't no more income just coming from right here. Right, it's a big supply. So you got it. Do you know what this about to bring? Like you know how hard you gonna have to work to get this. So, like they help you see that light in that sense, and then. Make sure that the light stay on. That fire got to be burning 24/7.
Got to be burning. It got to. That thing got to be on fire, man.
The day you got there and slip up, is the day something might happen. You slip up and be like, I ain't gonna work that hard today. Truck tire go out. Got there and roof fall in. And then you like, whoa, like hold on, all the bill coming at one time. But if you don't keep that fire burning and keep it coming in, then so like you got to. Like, so that's why I had to create something
Look, man. So you know you were talking about the pop up shops earlier, man. You know what I mean? Man, give me your input on pop-up shops, man. I mean, because I see them a lot on social media. You know what I mean? Do you like them or do you prefer going a different route?
Well, like pop-up shop, they great because they give everybody the opportunity to be in there at one time. Like I said, my granddad is a business owner, like a bookstore, 35 years. So he do conventions, and the convention is a organized pop-up shop. Yeah. And he been doing them for well over 40, 50 years. And when I say he done made plenty of money from doing it like that, all I know is just like, we go set up shop over here. We go set up shop over here.
I got you.
Like he do more business outside of LaGrange, like in other states. Like I go all the way to Detroit. And then man here got people coming from all over, like telling them like how great he is and how long they been doing business with him. So like that, it opened people's eyes up to be able to go like see you in a different light. Like you go to Atlanta, you might go do one in LA. LA ain't even never seen nothing like this before. So like, okay, now they own it. Now you sitting up there, you got a little 5-star to here. Now you just gotta throw the gas on it and just
burn it up.
Blazing. So like pop-up shops, I love them. Like it's just all the time. But then too, like it's certain people, it's certain way that you gotta run it too though. Like you gotta run it. Like you can't put it can't be 7, 8 clothing brands in there because somebody ain't gonna eat. Like if you got the popping brand like in there, then yours go get going first. Right. And you might just I don't want to be feeling like one of them scrolls. Like, well, let me see what you got left. They may here going they've been hitting and sold out. Let me see what you got in blue.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I like the way Bridget and ran there. There was just like 1 or 2 people there. Like, they did this.
Who did clothing.
Yeah, so, like, it gave everybody a fair opportunity to make money. You got to be fair when you're doing it.
So do people call you for pop-up shops, or do you reach out to pop-up shop?
Some people will reach out to you and just see if you're interested. And then some people will make a post about one that's coming in the future. And then you'll have to reach out to them and then let them know if you're interested too. So like it go hand in hand. And some people, like, they know, or they might even want just your energy. Like, they like, I see your brand, so I need you. I need you there. Like, if you can make it. So
right. Oh, okay. I like that, man. I like that, man. So I know, man. Troop High. You're a Troop High guy, man. So that, yeah, man. We got to talk about sports for a minute, man. That's my thing, man. I've seen them, you know what I'm saying, rock your brand, man. So tell me about that. How do y'all, produce that connection, man?
Like I said, I'm blue and gold. I go I go to just about, if I'm off, I'm going to the game. Like, me and my wife, we in the stands. So, like, Troop High just embrace the grind. Like,
because you was a hooper, though.
Yeah. I was a hooper.
Yeah.
Like, from 2004, 2008. Like, like a hooper. So,
right.
I got a scholarship to go there. You got a scholarship. We ain't go toot on that, but I'm a hooper. So, it's still that love for the game and being able to just give back. Like, that's another way that I give back. Like, Troop High really embraced it. Like, my little brother and sister went there, and so, like, they had all the kids rocking it. So, like, when I go out there and just see their brand, and now I actually a sponsor, so like you go in the gym now, you go see the Dedicated Grind logo, like
somewhere in that thing
on the court, like right there by the court.
Oh, that's big.
Like sit right there by the half court. So like it really just they've been the biggest. Shout out to Carla, shout out to Blake. Like they've been
showing mad love,
mad love, and then too it's just like the kids, you trying to teach them how to grind. And trying to teach them how to stay dedicated because they got a lot on their plate when they're thinking about athletics and you're thinking about like
life.
So, life itself. And then too, like, because it like they were one of the toughest times trying to figure out how to be a student athlete. Like for me, just like especially in college, because it ain't no more people at home too. Like when you're trying to get them in life, like your mom and dad ain't telling you to go do your homework.
Right.
You gotta I gotta go to the library. I gotta check in. So like just to see the kids, and I try to just give back. Like me. I'm going to go talk to them. I'm going to go sit with them, see where they head at. Like, all right, I know you good at sport. What about life, though? What you thinking? Because, like I tell a lot of people, sports go in. Like, basketball go in one day. Maybe you might play it till you 30, 35. But after you take that last shot or, like, you score the last touchdown or you hit the last home run, life don't end.
What's next?
Like, life just never beginning for you. Like,
and
if you ain't thinking in that sense or you ain't got nobody coaching them, like, when I was coaching it, like me and Mike were coaching the little rec team, it's a game of life. Like when we down, I'm giving out life moments in the game to tell them like how to look at it because it ain't really about the basketball at that point. You trying to teach the kids how to never give up on life.
Man, let me ask you this, man. It's a question that I put out with a whole lot of people. I'll get your feedback. What sport do you think teaches life more than any sport? Give it to him, big dog. Ooh. Give me that, big dog.
Like,
give me that. Give me the sport you think that teaches life more than any sport.
But I'm biased though. So like, cause I played basketball, I played football. Like, so I would say them two, cause they tough. But like, I can't deny baseball, but I had to say basketball and football at the top of the list. Yeah. And I'm gonna say 1A, 1B like that because.
But you put basketball ahead of football.
Yeah, like because of that.
B, come on, baby.
Like it discipline. Like you got to be disciplined.
But I'm saying you think basketball. As far as, okay, you play football too now, so go ahead.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead, get it to me.
You got 52 to 70 kids.
Somebody in basketball.
No, in football.
I'm finna say,
on that sideline. So you can't give, like the coach can't give that energy to everybody. He go give it to them 11, 22 people that's on that field and some of the other people that come in reserve. But on their basketball, I can give it to 15. I can be more of myself and teach them. Like you can't, like every kid on that football field, you be like, oh nah, he ain't gonna never get no playing time. You know it, but he ain't getting the same coaching that the number one player on that team. So like this person might be getting that coaching to like they teach you more about life, but the one guy that they little,
but
like they don't get the same thing. You can be more intimate on that basketball.
Nah, man, I'm gonna tell you why I say football, right?
Discipline, you got to.
But listen, this is why I say football. Okay, football is an insane grind. Right, like There's no downplay basketball. No basketball. I play a little basketball. I'm not your level, but I play a little basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the summer, 100-something degrees. You out there running, you're throwing up.
Basketball did that.
Nah, man, but listen though, then you getting banged. You know what I'm saying? You get knocked down. And basketball, I'm talking about physically knocked down, play after play after play, and you got to get back up and do it again. You know, so whether you're a starter or whether you're on the sideline, because Monday through, I'm talking high school now, Monday through Thursday, you know, whether you a bench warmer or whatever, you still got to go and get knocked down, get back up, knocked down, get back up. Got to go to that weight room. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you don't want to go lift them weights, like, I think there's a life, the life grind to me is through football more than any other sport.
You really can't even put like sports itself to go teach you life. So I really can't say, but basketball, you got them same thing. Like you got the same grind, you got the same thing. Like and I'm from Bellline, so that's what we call the concrete jungle.
Yeah,
like over there, like that, it ain't no foul if you don't see no blood. So like you go get, and then when you playing with the older cat, it's just like how you would do with your little brother. You go beat your little brother down, you go push him, you go tough him, you go like Bellline, you're a metal pole. You run into the pole. Oh, my ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so It's a hard, like, you got to be mentally tough. Bro, like, in all sports,
I don't think everybody can survive football, but I think more people can survive basketball. For the grind behind it, dog.
Yeah, a lot of, because I ain't gonna lie, though, a lot of people scared to get hit.
That's what I'm saying.
And
like,
a lot of people scared to hit somebody else. So,
right.
Like a lot of people, they be out there chest bumping out there. So, like,
don't get me wrong, basketball physical too now.
Yeah, it ain't that physical.
It's not physical for everybody, but
so what you say? So what if you say, what about rugby? The rugby, they doing it without no pad.
No pad.
They hitting straight, just sideline buff type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but you know,
different
but rugby is cousin to football.
So okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a cousin to football.
But like, yeah, it just gotta be physical. Like, so I say they both demanding, but like that's why I say 1A, 1B.
Yeah, right. You can do how you want to do.
I'm gonna be biased because I played basketball and I seen it and too. Like we ran in 100-degree Albany. If you don't know nothing about that Albany heat, it's 103 at the summer. And our coach purposely ran us on 4 o'clock until they
so
before
get
they
some
had,
of that.
Yeah, before they had the incident at Grambling where the young kid passed out and passed away.
Man,
that we stopped doing that and we started running early in the morning. But like we had them 100-degree heats and like that's what they want you to do. They want you to quit.
Yeah.
Like they want to test you so hard that you quit. That's where you got to be mentally strong and mentally tough. Like in any sport, they want to push you to that breaking point, and only the people who got it,
who go survive,
who go survive and who go respond to that. Like people, especially they realize your potential, they gonna be extra hard.
Oh man, they come to get you.
Like Coach Ward, like shout out to Coach Ward. Coach Ward in 9th grade made me. Like he like I tell people like he did me like an old school car. Like he bought me. He broke me down and he repainted me. Like without Coach Ward had me want to quit. Coach Ward had you running around the gym with chairs. And Destin Ward probably still doing that now. Shout out to Destin. Right. Like he every bit of his dad, but he can attest to that. Like that man had to run around the gym with chairs, had a back crawling up hills, like doing stuff that you like. What did this got to do with basketball? But if you ain't,
it's mentally
tough and mentally sharp. You wouldn't.
But I'm saying,
that's a second with Coach Ward.
But that's what you get. Yeah. In football, every practice.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I played football,
so like Coach Ward, man, he was wired different, bro. So he had that football swag. If for his basketball, if for your guy training, because I heard stories about him too.
But then, like, see, the way I say, like football, you can't. Everybody just like you can get some people that just been good in football and they just got it, like, and they can just come and just dominate like high school. So I can't really even say like 'cause football, like. These people just, I see them do this and they're effortless. Like, and then they might not even really work. They just talented and raw, like without some. Like,
okay. So let me freeze you there. So now, who do you think? You know what I'm saying? More athletic, basketball players or football players?
After I seen Miles Garrett jump on that box, I got in dunking that foot. But dunking the basketball, I can't even say that. Like they some athletic people, and then too, I didn't seen some athletic people like.
Which I think though,
like you know, I'm gonna tell you like Kobe Hudson. Like people don't see because he was just like in high school, he played basketball, but you see that man in practice windmilling, like dunking. So like he was just like some of them freak athletes.
But I'm telling you, I think though. But it go back to say, I think basketball players are more athletic than football players. Okay, watch this though. Now, if a foot like I'm you Miles, come on, I wish they were Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett is a decent hooper, and because he's a decent hooper, he's an outstanding football player. You know what I'm saying? You think about guys who play basketball at a high level. Julius Peppers.
Yeah, he played both.
You know what I mean? He was a high level football player, but he was, you know what I mean? So
Randy Moss.
You feel me? So yeah, I mean your T.O.
Yeah,
so
T.O.,
yeah, man. So I think guys who were versatile, you know what I'm saying, who were basketball players and football players became better football players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
James. Like,
right.
LeBron James,
Iverson,
#1.
like, you know what I mean?
Like it each own, because they probably could have been, who knows, like that'd still be the unknown. They could be, LeBron James could be arguably the best tight end in the game over there on his sport if he would have chose football. So we can't just say he would have been, he would have killed it the same way he probably would have killed basketball. So we could never say, because that'll be the story that'll never get told.
It'll never get told.
They chose that sport. So like,
but now here's the deal with LeBron. Okay. Now I think LeBron would have been an insane football player, but I don't know if he would have been generational great as he is in basketball. Because reason why? Because you are getting hit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In basketball,
and injuries and stuff start to mount up. It ain't the same.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like you know right, like in that, like, because one, you can't really come back like from them knee injuries as you could like in basketball, because you're taking a lot less contact. Basketball, you might make a wrong turn, but football, somebody might hit you low
on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose and do that
right.
and tie that up. So
right.
You. So like he might have not been, but
he still probably still would have been good.
Yeah, he still would have, like you said. So like it's a whole lot of them too. I look at that baseball grind too. Like baseball, you got to hit that little ball off that stick and be able to
now
to do it.
Now, okay, so it was crazy. I heard it was a write-up that was talking about football, baseball, and basketball. You know, I mean, it was saying, you know, you can tell how athletic someone is by giving them a football, right? It was three people saying, you know what I'm saying, which sport is the best. Like, you know, football players, the same thing, middle ground, whatever. You know, basketball saying you got to be more athletic. But they're saying baseball, okay, no, okay, it's how it was. It say anybody can get up and shoot a basketball, right? Or run a football. But everybody can't go up there and hit a baseball.
Man, I'm a true attestation that I couldn't hit that baseball. Like when somebody pitched in high school, they pitching about 60, I couldn't hit that baseball. Nothing.
Right.
Like,
now I'm with you.
I might have tipped it, but I couldn't hit it.
Yeah.
Like to be, now of course that'll be because the time I put in, but like you said, like basketball came natural to me, so I just picked up a ball and I'm throwing it into Tyson, the little tight hoop.
Yeah.
Like the little, so they were easy. Football, you can tell somebody to give it to him, then you know how you tell your little boy,
right.
Like, he going, then they know he might surprise you and cut.
Yeah, do a little shake move.
You know what I'm saying? But like you said, like everybody can't baseball, they can't hit that baseball.
Right.
I shoot golf too. Now I'm gonna tell you, like I took a golf class in college and it was tough. I'm thinking I'm an athlete. I'm finna hit the ball about 100 yards. Hit the ball and don't go no farther than 10 feet. And like, cause it's all about the technique. And you gotta stay through that technique from start to finish. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and then I just learned and I'm like.
Yeah. Now my wife is a golfer, man. She's like, shoot, she played it all through school. So that was she done. I suck at golf, but she's real.
I like it. And see me, I try every sport, like bowling. Like I be doing all of that. Like, and some of them sports that come natural to a person, like, but like baseball and golf, like that was something else. And tennis. Like tennis was all right, but then you gotta just like how they angle that ball and knee backhand. I'm like, shout out to Serena and them.
Right. Cause it's crazy, man.
Like that's a crazy world. But I like the world without sport, man. I thought I was like when they
look, man, that could be my next question, man. What was your, you know what I'm saying, what did 2020 do for your life personally, man? Do to your life personally?
2020 started off rough for me, cause let me tell the one instant, Kobe Bryant. January 26th, that's my birthday. So a moment that I supposed to be on the high, I instantly got to go to a low. So just like January 26th, 2020 started off.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. When Kobe passed, I felt like we was partners. Yeah. I was sad as I don't know what.
Like a lot of people, you ain't gotta like Kobe, but you respected Kobe. Kobe had like exactly what this shirt is, Dedicatedgrind.
Yes, he was that.
He was that.
He was
Kobe
that.
put that work in, and like he said, ain't nobody out working Kobe Bryant. So like that started off, and then the COVID hit, and then they said that everybody was finna. The sport was finna just stop. Man, I got to trying to watch these shows with my wife on TV. I'm like, man, I can't make it without no basketball, no football. Like, where it at? Somewhere.
Right.
Like, and like, it was just like, especially if you've been in it like us, like we sports historians and like we thrive off sport. Like so like man, I was like, oh my God. When I thought that they weren't gonna come back, like I'm like, man, it was my world. And even just me, cause I hoop on a daily, like 2 to 3 times a week. And that just abruptly stopped.
Yeah.
And when that stopped, dropped 30 pounds on me. I'm like, yeah, man, I can't go without sports. I'm telling my wife, I got it. She was like, let's just run around the block. We ran around the block. It ain't the same.
It's different.
We dribbling in basketball, just trying to catch a football. They even playing in the yard. I'm like, it was crazy. So 2020, it just like it really started off rough. But let me tell you, in all of it, go back to the business end.
Okay.
2020 probably the best year I had business wise. Like, and I would have thought that. I'm telling myself, I was telling my wife, man, I think I'm gonna slow it down on the coke. I don't think nobody gonna be buying it because they got other stuff to look at.
For jumping on it.
Like that's when the support black business got to me big. Like folks started just tapping in and just shout out to that whole movement that people support black businesses. And not to speak on anything in that sense of just trying to hate the other business, but like we really just like started pouring back into the community, even though they still got that big thing about the people doing it with the discounts and they go, oh, we want to come and get it, but they still, like, I still have people that it was one of the best years, like 2020, there because all the people were coming and tapping in with Dedicated Grind. Yeah. I had so many folks, him, Alon, and him. I'm like, man, 2020, man. Like, they, stimmies and everything coming out, they were tapping in.
They were jumping on that thing.
Like, when I get my money, man, I want something. Like, they already telling me, hey, cook me up a whole packet, man, and just let me know what my cost is. And I'm like, dang, this what's going on. And so, like, it really just opened me up to let you know, like, so when you think that at the world weekend moment, it can be your greatest time. So like I thrived through 2020, and it was great for me. It
was good for
me. And then like too, and like I tell a lot of people, I ain't even like a lot of these people places shut down. I've been going full throttle. We rolled straight on through it like it was nothing.
Really?
We looking at other people sitting in their house and we waving on our way to work. Like, we still going through 2020. So it just let me know to just stay in the moment.
Stay plugged in.
You gotta stay tapped in. Like don't quit this. And then with the downtime, like a lot of people said, if you don't come out of there with no side hustle, no extra knowledge, no extra key, you didn't wasted all that time.
Bro.
All the time you didn't have out working, you didn't started nothing, like you really wasted time.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. That was my biggest thing I was telling people, man. Like 2020, man, should have made entrepreneurs like go to another level. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's not an entrepreneur. And that's okay. But if you are an entrepreneur, 2020 should have took your mind. Like for me, like bro, it took me to somewhere else.
Yeah, it really did.
You know, it took me somewhere else.
You got time to do research. You got time to regroup. You got time to redecorate, rebrand it. How you gonna make your business better? You got all that time to do that.
Yeah.
And then too, like you got to tap into that. Like if this really what you want to do.
Right.
And 2020 really exposed a lot of people because like a lot of the places they got shut down or you just weren't gonna thrive through it. I mean, you weren't cut out for it. Yep. So it really weeded a lot of the weeds out of the grass for a lot of people. So
true story.
Like it did do that too. So like
true story.
To be able to make it through a pandemic, like it's tough. Like on that sense of saying. So like Like me, I was just like that's why I said I'm like I'm always keep saying and giving thank to God because I got to because like like we made it through that. Like I feel like now like if I can make it through that, I can make it through anything. Like you make it through this time where you can even like it was crazy how you can even. I had to send everything through the mail. You went interacting with the people.
Everything was different.
Everything just hitting up through social media, through texts, through phone call, through FaceTime. Let me see what you got.
Yeah,
like
it made you creative though, huh?
You got to get creative in there. Like you got to be able to post this stuff on live. You got to be able to do this and show the people what you got going on. It made that promotion like, okay, like let me use the Instagram, Snapchat to my ability. And like now you see it now, people making millions of dollars off Instagram, YouTube. Like all these different ways, and if you ain't tapping into that, like you missing out on it. Like
that's true. True story. So big dog, man. Listen, man. If you had one thing, man, to leave, you know what I'm saying, to the people, you know what I'm saying, across the world, man, what would that one thing be?
Let's see. If I had one thing, like let me see what that one thing. I'm gonna really have to pick it back off the great man, like one of the motivational speakers, Inky Johnson.
Yeah.
Like I heard him say, like I watch a lot of Ink and a lot of Eric Thomas. So I heard him say, like, how do you respond when the thing you want don't go as planned? Like, so like how do you like in that moment, like when you thought about it, you planned it, and it didn't go as planned. Like, and he was speaking to I want to say Tennessee at that point, like he telling them like when you walk into this place, like how do you respond when you ain't the starter no more? Are you third on the depth chart? Or you go just quit? Like you got to think about the people you leaving behind. Like when you if you quit and quit become a habit. Like you quit here, you go quit somewhere else down the line. You go walk off a job and in this town, like I would just like tell people, man, just you got to fight the good fight. Like you got to stay in it. Like cause like me, it's a 12-round fight for me in here. Like I ain't going down without a fight. Like I'm gonna hang on to the last day, like and shoot 12 round. I might even say 15. Like how Ali and George Foreman and all the people say. So like you got to stay in the fight. And like I would just leave it there to tell the people, man, like to stay dedicated to the grind. I that's the quote that I kick out to. Like I send it out to like the college athletes that's in school, the high school athlete, to my people. Stay dedicated to the grind. Like the bigger the dream, the harder the grind. Like if you want to dream and be in the NFL, dream to be the doctor, the dream to be the lawyer, you got to grind. Got to be harder than the way you dreaming. Like, and it be tough. Like the great man Eric Thomas said, you got to. How bad do you want to be successful? Yeah, like you got to be successful more than you want to sleep.
You want to breathe. Yeah,
more than you want to breathe. You got to.
Yeah.
So and then too, man. Hold on. Don't let people. Don't let me knock myself. But created it for you, man.
Oh, that you, my boy. And you. Y'all see that?
Yeah, like KaneSaid. So, like, don't think we ain't collab and we ain't working. So.
Yeah, my boy created the edge you, baby.
Like, every time I see it, I be like, at the bottom, I start seeing it. Now you got the little hashtags on the videos, and I'm like, man, like, you gotta think of your growth. So I want to give you your, give your flower while I'm here. Like,
appreciate it.
Because I done been in the dungeon, and it ain't easy. Like, them 5 a.m. boy, have you hurting for the rest of the day. So like, shout out to you because it appreciate like a lot of gyms. I done seen a lot of gyms that people say they want to have gyms, like, and don't even stay up and just appreciate you for and looking out for other people's well-being.
Man, so you know me, man. Like I tell everybody, man, I appreciate love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having fun, man.
Oh yeah, your energy, man. Like
just having fun.
I came when I knew I was coming on the show. I'm like, let me go get this coffee, get my energy right. Kane always on 100.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I like having fun, dog. But yo, today, man, you know what I'm saying? I was just, you know what I'm saying, just eating what you were giving today, dog. You know what I'm saying? And continue doing that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Continue changing people's lives, dog. You know what I mean? I tell everybody this, man. Everybody has a nation. You feel me? Bro, continue changing your nation, dog. You know what I mean? Continue changing, man. People listening, people watching, you know what I mean?
You never know.
I appreciate you again, my boy.
Never know.
I appreciate you again.
Yes, sir.
Yo, everybody, listen, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of KaneSaid. And man, y'all heard my boy Meat, man. He did what he did today. Dedicatedgrind. You know what I mean? Show him that shirt, baby. Y'all see what it is. So listen, man. Y'all know my slogan. The fame is free, but the grind costs, baby. Zip them up.
Yes, sir.
Bam.